Good morning, everyone. Welcome you all to my mission admission webinar on career planning and why is it that you need to choose engineering. Today we are having with us Miss Aditi, who is an assistant professor for electronics and telecommunication department in Ganpati Institution. We're having Miss Nalini with us, who's again assistant professor for electronics and telecommunication department in Ganpati, and we're having Mr. Piyush, who's the assistant professor for pharmacy in Ganpati Institution. Welcome you all, ma'am and sir, and we were here to discuss about why is it that we require career planning for students, because we are at this stage of high school studies where down the line in this year or the next year we'll be choosing our careers, whether we go for engineering, we go for medical, we go for traditional courses like BSc. What do we have to do? It's now time to decide. So wanted to take your inputs in this. What are the parameters that would help us decide what career should one pursue? If I want to choose something, what should be the things I should consider before I choose my career?
Good morning.
So Miss Nalini is here with us, and she'll begin on this.
बोलो 5 मिनट बोलो, मैं बोलता हूँ फिर। छोड़ो, उनके बस की बात नहीं है। बोलो 5 मिनट बोलो बस।
हाँ, कोई बात नहीं।
मुझसे पूछ।
Ma'am, are you able to hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, ma'am, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. So we are live, and the students are able to see us. So and listen to us. So the question that I was putting in front of you, that why is it important to plan a career, and what are the parameters that one should take into consideration before choosing whether he wants to go for engineering or medical or pharmacy or BSc courses? What exactly makes the difference for the students?
नहीं, he's saying that he is arranging that the students go live.
Ma'am, could you please elaborate on this?
Hello.
Yeah, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so could you elaborate on this question?
Yes, sir. Sir, see, when there is a child of 3 years of age, then the parents hunt for the schools. In what school they have to admit their child. Then from nursery to 12th, they know that they have to do the classes. From nursery, KG, then first to 12th. After 12th, then they hunt for the colleges and they hunt for the courses, what they have to do and in what career they want to be in. This depends on their choice also, that in what field they are interested. So there are different courses available to us like engineering, pharmacy, like management courses. So first the student has to decide in what field he or she has to move. Now Aditya ma'am will take up.
And sir, this will definitely give a big start because the future of the child will definitely depend on what they will do after their 12th. Because if they will choose a stream which is not in their favorable stream and they are not satisfied with what they are doing, then also they will not definitely go ahead and will get the right path and the right future. And also if they are choosing something which they are forcefully given or they are not interested in, then also that's not good. So this is definitely the right and the best time to take the decision that what they have to do and what they want to do now.
All right.
And now we are here actually to give this information and guide them for this.
Okay. So ma'am, basically there are various techniques which the students follow. For example, we were recently going through a kind of a conference wherein a very important factor that the students can take into consideration before they choose a career is self-discovery, self-exploration. what are their key interests, what are the fields, what are their skills, and mixed combination of their skills and their interests would help them devise a successful career roadmap for them.
Sir, it's not audible to us. Sorry, sir. This is not audible to us.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. So I was saying that this mixed approach of self-exploration, wherein you identify your skills and your interests to develop your career roadmap. So how important is it to develop one's career roadmap before he actually starts looking for his career options?
Sir, actually, we can say that we are having 5 types of personalities. Whether the kids or the person, there are 5 types of personality. And the first one is mechanical personality. The one who is the personality which deals with that. He's eye opener for everyone. He wanted to know what's this, what's in between this computer, what's it means. He will take this pen, he will open it, he'll watch it, what's there, how much to deal with, what to do with this pen. Means he is the personality who will explore everything. He is not satisfied with the thing that yes, this is the thing. He wanted to know that mechanical personality. For example, we have example for the mechanical personality. You all have seen the movie Three Idiots. We have a very good example of Rancho in this. The Rancho, the one who the played by Amir Khan, you all know. Though Amir Khan have the personality of mechanical personality. He will open everything. He will light the bulb with the water. He will make the cycle to have
To generate electricity.
to generate electricity. So this is the way he is the personality. Second, we are having the personality is
Confusing personality. That means the person is almost seem confused all of the times. Means whenever suppose the student is sitting in the class, out of 40 students in the class, there is one student who says, how can this be possible? Means so many what, why, how are there in the mind of students. Such type of personality having the students, their students become the scientist. Like suppose I take the example of Newton. The Newton was sitting under a tree. We all sit under trees. Now when an apple falls on the ground, it was only Newton who could inculcate in his mind that why the apple is falling on the ground and why not the apple is moving up. We don't read, all people are here and we don't say, we don't think about this, why the apple is falling on the ground. So this was Newton who discovered about this, that this is the law of gravity. So this type of persons who have the questions, why this is moving like this, why this is not moving like the other way. Such type of persons become the scientists. So this is the confusing personality that prompts the child to be something that develops a new, they discover something. Next is altruistic personality. This is what? The students, this personality trait of the student discusses that they are ready to do everything. I can able to do this thing, I can able to do this thing, I will be doing that thing, I will be doing that
painting.
Painter. Like painters, means filmmakers, means they are living in imaginations.
But they have that obsession. They have some idea, different idea to
creativity.
We will see the tree in the same way, but the filmmaker, the creativity, the painter will see that's the same tree in a different way. That's a different personality. We're having the curiosive personality, the one who is always full of curiosity, what to do, how can we do. Now, so we are having, means the way we wanted to know that we are having so many personalities, and every personality have different decisions for their life. Every person who is different personality will give you the different way. Now, every personality will do a different kind of work. Like the last one I told you, the curiosive personality. You all know, you are all working on Facebook. You are also online on Facebook. Now, the Facebook was invented by Mark Zuckerberg. Now, what kind of person he was? He was not educated person. But the thing was this, he wanted to know, he had that curiosity personality कि how can I do this, मैं कैसे कर सकता हूँ, मैं कैसे किसी दूर के person से I can contact. So he was having that type of thinking. He invented this Facebook. So there are so many personalities, and for different personality we have different options, and for different options we have different work.
Wonderful. So the take what we take from this discussion is that it's very important to first identify one's personality, and based on that personality, there are the career options that one could pursue. Great. Coming to one particular career option that we were wanting to discuss in this webinar is about engineering. Okay, so today almost 1 person in 6 ends up doing engineering. Okay, and there's a notion going on in the education sector that okay, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, at least engineering के लिए आप apply करके रखो, and कहीं नहीं तो यहाँ तो आपको seats बहुत सारी है, कुछ ना कुछ मिल जाएगा, एक successful career भी बन जाएगा. So that's a notion in the minds of students and parents for engineering today. So if you could elaborate on why should one do engineering and what engineers do, and what are the successful career options if one does engineering?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ma'am, please.
बट उन्होंने कहा थोड़ी कि नहीं आई है.
I guess there's some light issue, ma'am.
Yes,
sir.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
Sir, please come this side.
Yeah, now it's very clear.
Okay, sir.
So getting back to my question,
Yes.
what do engineers do, and why is it important for a person who identifies his career in engineering to pursue this field?
Yeah, sir. Sir, first of all, I want to point out from your question that you have asked that the kids have the always have option that engineering kar lete hain. I don't think that this is the way engineering kar lete hain, because engineer is a person who is the inventor of everything. From the morning 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock till the end of the day, we are dealing with the things who have been invented by the engineers. For example, we have alarm clock. To you because I'm not able to see. Is it audible?
Yeah, ma'am, we're able to listen to you.
Okay, sir. So alarm clock means this is invented by the engineer. Now next, alarm from a mobile phone, it's been invented by an engineer. Then we have a toothbrush invented by a chemical engineer. Next, we are going for our job. We are having a shower. Now shower, it's how the water will come, about the flow, about the pipes. It's all the work of a civil engineer. Now next, we are going through a car. Car is invented by a computer electronics mechanical engineer. So the daily routine from morning to end, we are dealing with the engineers. So it's not the work that anyone can do. It's the work, the person who is having the mind, the one who is curious to invent something, the one who is full of ideas, the one who is full of creations can be an engineer. An engineer can be a scientist because he is the one who can invent anything because he will think and he will invent.
All right. So any person that has a creative and curious bent of mind, any person who has a creative and curious bent of mind should go for engineering, and that's where he could invent and innovate things.
Yes. The scientist will only think that ये ऐसे हो सकता है, but वो कैसे हो सकता है, it's the engineer who will do this.
Means first hypothesis is made and then the thesis is developed from that.
Wonderful. So in terms of engineering, there are a lot of streams in the industry, as in mechanical, electronics, IT, computer science, and there's so many things upcoming right now. Okay, so with the technology going ahead, so technology is driving the world today, and with the careers and upcoming trends in engineering, if you could tell the students about what are the hottest career trends in engineering as of today, which are going to lead to hot job prospects as well. If you could deliver something on that.
Yes, sir. So the very first point on this is that we are having, after doing an engineer, means after being an engineer, we're having the options of about 1,325 types of jobs we can do after being an engineer. It's that much numbers of jobs, that's my number of options after being an
That's
engineer.
phenomenal. That's huge.
Yes. Yes, and we are dealing with the options we are having. We are having the mechanical engineer, we are having civil engineer, we are having electronics and communication engineer, we are having a computers engineer. Continue.
Sir, from morning till late night, whatever we do, so many things we do. Like wake up in the morning by the alarm clock, then we go for our daily routine work, then we go for our office work, then in the office, whatever we do, whatever the devices we handle, then we come back to our home place, and then till late night, whatever we do, we have so many examples that whatever things we use are developed by engineers.
Yes, and every engineer have different scope, every engineer have different workspace, every engineer have different thoughts. Like we were talking about mechanical engineer. Mechanical engineer is the one who will deal with the things which are dealing with mechanics. Means the word we can give them to mechanics. The one who
Yeah.
will can reach the space, the one who can reach the land, the one who can reach the water. Means three of the things, the environment has been under the control of a mechanical engineer. We can be on aeroplane because it's been invented, developed by a mechanical engineer. We can reach the Mars, we can reach the moon by the mechanical engineers and the robotic engineers. So it's all about the engineering. So if you are a mechanical engineer, you have that the thought of process that you can do anything, you can invent about mechanics. Means how can this energy can produce, how can we deal with the energy, and like this.
Okay. Ma'am, but if I speak certainly about jobs, so if you see, there are certain courses that go synonymous to engineering courses. For example, their students confuse whether to choose civil engineering or architecture because they're related. There are students who are confused whether to take computers or IT engineering or to choose a BCA and MCA course because they are again related, and the job prospects also are in certainly the same industry. So, what exactly differentiates an engineer from other courses?
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, we'll start with civil engineering.
Yeah.
Now, how many jobs and how the jobs we'll get in civil engineering? We know that the economy of our country is definitely dependent on the civil engineers. How? Because we'll first have the land. For that land, we'll build a building. Okay.
Yes.
Now we are building the buildings. When we are getting the jobs to build the building. How to build? How can we do it? And it's all about the work for a civil engineer. Okay. Now the land has been finished. We don't have any land. Now the work again come for a civil engineer to destroy the buildings, to make new buildings. So the work for civil engineer will never drop out, will never finish, because they'll definitely get the construction will never over, and you will never get you'll have the plenty of jobs. Now the difference between architecture and civil engineer is, after doing the civil engineering for 4 years, you get an option for 1 year to do an engineer architecture diploma, and after within that 5 years you will get the degree for civil engineering plus architecture. So you and
with a very high salary package,
about 2 lakhs for a per month, 2 lakhs for a month after doing this 5 years course, 4 year for civil engineering and 1 year for architecture diploma.
Okay. Wonderful. So that's a huge difference that this course can make.
Yes.
Great. We generally think that engineering is kind of a, so as I asked you earlier, engineering is an option. Okay, if I am not able to do anything, I'll end up doing engineering. But then students don't realize about the job prospects that engineering can get along. The parents certainly focus on, okay, if you do engineering, you might have a safe career and you might end up getting a good job. But then there are job lacking job opportunities in other fields. So how does this job scenario go, and in current scenario when the economy is also not stable, what difference can jobs in engineering fields make, and what about the options that these engineering students can have abroad?
It has abroad. Okay. Sir, about the job prospects, as you are saying, what you said was कि कुछ नहीं मिला तो engineering कर लेते हैं, but it's not like कि कुछ नहीं मिला engineering कर लेंगे.
Absolutely,
Engineering
we
is
discussed this.
engineering is not an easy subject. Means you have to
Absolutely.
put in full hard work, full dedication to be a good engineer. Because whatever the number of engineers are produced every year, only the perfect engineers will get the job. It's not like you just get in through engineering getting 60% marks. No, you should have the practical knowledge also. You have to concentrate on your practical work also. Only then you will be in jobs either in India or in abroad. The job opportunities are available all over the country, all over the world, but you have to be very much dedicated to that. Whatever you learn, be practical. Only then you will be getting the job.
Now, India is a developing country. Like we know that India is a developing country, and the other countries are the developed countries. For example,
Yes.
US is the developed country. So there is. So we are having lots of sources. आपको पता है, because after doing engineering, there are so many options to go abroad. Because abroad they are developed. They know they are having the techniques, but they don't have the people to work on that techniques. We are the people to go and work on that techniques. They're having the laptops, they're having number of laptops, but they don't know how to repair that laptop. We are the one who will go and repair that laptop. So they are giving us the job, and we are there to grasp, to take that job, to have that job. So there are numerous jobs in India as well as in the abroad as well. Now we know that our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, is going to have that in India. He'll in Karnal, it's nearby Delhi. He is making that IT hub. For that IT hub, will definitely have numerous jobs in computers, because
Plus electronics and
plus
communication.
electronics and communication. We are having mobile phones today. We have switched on to 2G to 3G to 4G. Now how we are doing this from 3G to 4G? It's all about electronics and communication engineering. There are numerous jobs for electronics and communication engineering, because if you are using one mobile, you are dealing with electronics and communication engineering.
And with the starting of Digital India, with the starting of IT hub, then we will be having numerous jobs available. If we start engineering today, then after 4 years we will be having numerous jobs. Because if we start after 4 years, let's develop the IT hub first. Let's make in Digital India all through the country, and then we will go for engineering. No, when after 4 years you will be having the jobs available. So we have to think today itself that we have to go for engineering, so that after 4 years we will be having jobs available in front of us, so that we can
Absolutely.
grab the jobs and work for the country.
Okay. There's another thing, ma'am. So if I am to generalize that, if I pursue a career in this particular field of engineering, I would get more number of jobs. Is there any specific field in your mind which would have more options for me to take a job? If you could share something on that.
Sir,
It's a tricky question, I understand, but yes.
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 So we are having 4 streams. So out of 4 streams, we are having numerous jobs. There is no problem in getting the jobs. Secondly, it's depend on the child, the kid who is going.
His interest.
Interest. He wanted to what he want to be. Like and like I told you that in India it's going to be digital India. We are
Yes.
doing everything online. We are filling the forms online. We are in fact we are getting our slenders online. The work,
All the electricity
every
bills.
household thing is dependent on online. So I think and then also the Karnal is getting that IT hub is definitely coming to India. And I think IT sector and electronics and communication engineering is going to be having lots of jobs in further future. And
Great.
in Modi is also making India as digital India. So वो क्या कहते हैं जो अलग-अलग नए शहर बनाते हैं उनको?
Smart cities.
Smart cities.
Smart cities are being developed in India.
So civil engineering and mechanical engineering will get their job
Means
for the,
all types of engineers will be getting numerous jobs.
if they are
Alright.
deciding for 26 states to become the
29
states to become the smart cities. If only a single means 29 cities will be becoming the smart cities. So one for one city, how many jobs will be there for mechanical
Absolutely.
and civil engineer?
Yes.
So we've also been seeing a lot of integration in the field of engineering. For example, if we talk about a single smartphone, it has, I mean, it's been going on since ages, right from the development of computers, and it's still going on. So the computers, when they were initially developed, the fan and everything was by mechanical engineers, and the circuit boards were by electronics engineers, and even now for the smartphones it's electronics engineers and a lot of IT and computer science professionals who are working over it. So how well does this integration of engineering works go in order to develop new innovative technologies? How well does this integration go?
Where does this integration go?
How well does this integration go? Are you able to understand?
the question?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm saying that we're seeing a lot of integration in the engineering fields. For example, a smartphone, it's a lot of electronic circuitry with IT and computer science professionals working on the user interface and a lot of things over a smartphone, a small example. So this integration is giving birth to new innovations. How well do you see this integration continuing forward in terms of new innovations coming in?
So I think the thing is this, that every stream has their own benefits. Every stream is having their own jobs. Every stream is having their own number of kids. So first of all, I will depend upon the personality of the child. Secondly, what you want to be. Like someone wanted to be make a car. He will not definitely be interested in that how the software will be going on, how the automatic car will be going on. He is definitely interested in how the engine is being made on. So his mindset is for how the engineering of car batteries, how the motors are working, how the tires are working. So his mindset is for mechanical engineering. Now, if a person thinks that he is not interested in all these things of sitting in dark rooms, sitting in dirty rooms and working on this, he wanted to sit in front of computer and wanted mindset is for IT sector. He wanted to do something for from his mind. So he wanted to work on his laptop. He wanted to be a computer engineer. Now, the one who don't want to deal with software, don't want to deal with motors, with tires and all these things,
But with
circuits, like how the electricity is coming, how can I deal with this electricity? How can I manage to make more electricity from smaller point of view? He wanted to be an electronics and communication engineering.
And this amalgamation will definitely work because only one type of engineer cannot develop anything. Suppose, as Aditi ma'am has already told you, that while making a car, only mechanical engineer is interested in engine only. But the complete build-up is with the amalgamation of mechanical engineer plus other IT professionals who develop the softwares.
Yeah, ma'am. Is there a problem?
Okay, because first of all, the blueprint is developed, then mechanical engineering deals with the body of the car, engine, and other type of engineers deal with the automation of that. Means whatever the electronic part is there, the software part is there, the computer engineer will handle it. So it will be the amalgamation of all the types of engineering that will build up a new automatic car that will be liked by all. So this amalgamation will definitely work.
Like first of all, the car was invented. Now the car was only working with the help of the motors. Okay. Now the car is becoming automatic. Now what's the work for the automatic? It's the computer engineer. If we don't have the computer engineering, we will only be working with that small cars with normal motors and normal engines. Now because of that automation, we are becoming from simple car to an automatic car. So it's working what you want to do, what you want to be for your future. That will fabricate for number of your courses. Because if you are dealing with, for example, when I was going to choose my stream, when what I wanted to be, I do have that fresh mind that yes, I wanted to work on circuits. I wanted to know that how this energy is going to produce, how this electricity is becoming, how the circuit is working. How can I make something that is able to work on electricity? So my mindset was like that. So I opted for electronics and communication engineering because I wanted to know about electronics, about circuits, about communication. How can I communicate with you? Now we are communicated. You are sitting in Bhutan. We are sitting in India, and we are communicating with you so far. It's because of the technique the engineers have been invented.
Absolutely. So this is all the technology that we are using over here. And so, ma'am, now we are moving towards questions that we're receiving from the students. There's a student, Khyati, and she says, I want to opt for quantum physics. What field of engineering should I select?
Quantum physics means deal with life. Mechanical engineering. Yes.
Mechanical.
So mechanical engineering definitely.
Because
Mechanical engineering. And
want to deal with life.
Sorry?
सिविल और मैकेनिकल
सिविल भी होगी ना सिविल होगी
मैकेनिकल और नहीं क्वांटम के लिए सिविल ही होगी मैकेनिकल प्लस इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का अमालगमेशन भी
नहीं मैम
she can go for mechatronics.
Okay.
Because quantum physics it deals with the light quantum of light.
She can opt for mechatronics. It's the
That is the
combination
of mechanical plus electronics and communication both.
Alright,
Some
alright.
are from mechanical,
So,
some are from
yes,
electronics.
and it deals with a lot of energy and quantum physics. It's based on a lot of energy. So that I guess deals with more of a mechanical also.
Plus electronics engineering. So it's a course for mechatronics, mechatronics engineering. The option both engineering.
Sure. There's another question that's coming up, and it is civil engineering a better option even in today's scenario?
Yes,
obviously.
definitely.
And why, if you could elaborate something on that?
Giving the example for this that the construction will never stop. When the population is increasing day by day, that population needs houses, and for that houses we need civil engineer, and for convenience for transportation,
for working. When they will work somewhere, they will need some space for that. Again, construction is required. For each and everything, construction will already be going. Means construction will never stop.
We are finding new ways new way to go from one building to another building. Now we need a path. Now this path is being invented, being suggested, and is being developed by a civil engineer. The roads are being developed by a civil engineer. How to make it? How can we get this path? How can this path be more easier, more simpler, more nearer? It's been done by civil engineer.
All right, all right. There's another question that is flowing in, and it is that CS and IT engineering are more about coding. What if a student enters into this engineering and finds out that he is not meant for programming? So, what other career options does he have?
क्योंकि जितनी भी है वही
IT प्रोफेशनल्स जो होते हैं वो यही
ग्राम
काम
बेल ने
करते हैं।
फोन बनाया अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड के लिए, फेसबुक बनी अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड के लिए, जो गवर्नमेंट ने बनाया अपनी
Yes, sir.
girlfriend के लिए।
Yeah, so the question that came up is CS and IT engineering is more about coding. But what if a student enters into CS or IT engineering and finds out that he is not made for coding? Then what other career options does he have?
Actually, sir, in IT, this is coding plus some part of communication also.
Absolutely.
Communication plus
Coding part is there, but with the help of communication. Means CS is complete coding. Means you learn all the languages. In IT, you learn languages plus some part of electronics is also there. Communication is there.
You have a better option. If you don't want to work in a straight line, you can choose the different line, that is the one hacker. We call as a hacker. If you don't want to choose the one with a direct option, you can choose the another option, that is the hacker. We can't work in this digital India without the help of a hacker, because if we are having positive kinds of people, we are also getting negative kinds of people. For that negative kind of people, we need the hacker.
Because if we develop digital India to save each and everything, then that can only be saved if we know how to protect that from the hackers. Unless we don't know how to protect our things from the hackers, we can't work on that.
So that's ethical hacking that you're talking about, ma'am. So there are hackers, and to prevent ourselves
because
from
if
hackers,
we have
need
invented
ethical
something,
hackers.
उसके positive point भी हमें positive को भी deal करना है, हमें negative को भी deal करना है. तो अगर positively हम लेकर चल रहे हैं, we need कि वो positive रहे, उसको negative से उसको बचाने के लिए हमें IT sector चाहिए.
And your question was whether the person doing in CSC or IT doesn't feel at the end what he has to do. Then after doing the graduation, means after getting the sufficient knowledge, he can go for post graduation for these like diploma courses. He can go for that.
Wonderful, wonderful. So that's it from the students also. Before we move away with the vote of thanks, I would just want you to tell us something about the institution you're working with, Ganpati institution. If you could throw some light upon what kind of a college it is and what are the activities that keep happening over there for the students.
Okay, now starting with the name of our college, it's Ganpati Group of Institutions. Now situated in Bilaspur. Now it's on the name of a god, Ganpati Ji. And this Ganpati Ji is the Lord Ganesha, who is being worshipped in India from the very, very long back time. And जब भी हम कभी पूजा start करते हैं in our Indian tradition, in our Indian culture, we first of all प्रणाम करते हैं हम गणपति जी को. We definitely stand by in front of him and thank him for giving us everything. So this is the name we have chosen for our institution, that is Ganpati Group of Institution. It is being situated in Bilaspur. Bilaspur is the area nearby Delhi, and it is situated near Himachal Pradesh. So the environment over here is very good. It's very soothing. Now you can look us. We are wearing full sleeves, and the weather here is very pleasant weather. We don't have lots of summers over here and lots of winters over here. So it's a pleasant weather over here. So, and 42 acres of area. We are having 7 institutions in this 42 acres of area. We are having engineering, that is GITM, Ganpati Institution for Technical Education. Then we are having GPS, Ganpati Group of Management for MBA. Then we are having BBA, we are having B Pharmacy, we are having BEd, we are having Diploma. We are having HM, Hotel Management. So we are having combination of 7 colleges in one place.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And
Yeah,
plus,
yeah, ma'am.
about the faculty, we are having almost every teacher in the department. Our number of teachers of ratio of PhD teachers are more than the other teacher. We are dealing with PhD teachers who are postgraduated, plus they are pursuing or they are PhD in every department. About the placement, every year we are being introduced with new companies to the college. The big companies are in bond with us for the last so many years.
So besides academics, we also focus on the extracurricular activities like declamation contest, and we also develop some PDP classes for the students so that they can get themselves prepared for the interview and all after their graduation.
A very new
Absolutely.
introduction.
So this personality development and extracurriculars is also very important and integral part of the student's education.
For example, sir, we have recently celebrated Dr. Abdul Kalam's birthday. Our ex-chief
Ex-president.
president of India, the scientist of India, the and in that club we will be giving new
Innovative ideas to develop in the future. Means the students will be working on some practical labs also. We started from the birth anniversary of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
All right, all right. Wonderful.
on that
Overall development of the
child.
student.
It is great, great. So it was great to know about your institution as well as to talk to you and get new insights about why one should do engineering, what courses are they available in engineering, what are the hot job prospects, and we also were able to answer some of the students' queries. So I would like to thank you so much, Miss Aditi and Miss Nalini, for giving us such good insights, and thank to the students as well for being so patient and listening to this webinar on My Mission Admission. For the students, this webinar is also available on your profiles under the archived webinars, and Miss Aditi and Miss Nalini are from Ganpati Group of Institutions. So whenever you wish to clarify certain any doubts that you're having with them, you can definitely search for their college and get in touch with them. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Miss Aditi and Miss Nalini. We'll be signing off then. Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank you, sir. Okay.